Hey guys, welcome back. I am coming on to do a project for the Jolie Kit Club, and I'm guest designing for them last month and this month. And I've got some fun treasures. This is my third project. I've got some distressed texture paste, which is translucent, so that's super cool. I have got a gorgeous stencil. This stencil is by Frantic Stamper Ink, vintage floral stencil, so that's fun. I have that. I've got some pigments, and these colors are fantastic. These pigments, I've got brilliant yellow. I have got pumpkin orange, and the pigments are from Pearl-Ex. Pumpkin orange, I have got, what's this one? Where's the wordy bits? Spring green. And I have got salmon pink. The other thing I have are these beautiful art pebbles, and that's going to be a big part of my project. Okay, if you want to know what these, I use the stencil. I wanted to show you what the pigments look like. I use the stencil with the texture paste and ran it through, and mixed the pigments in there, and they're gorgeous. Okay, so I've already done a couple projects. I have done a project using there was this MDF house, so I did a project with that. Then I did a project with these gorgeous shutters, and I'm like, okay, I don't have a substrate or a background, but I do have this piece of really strong chipboard. This chipboard was in a pair of pajama shorts that I just got. I'm like, great, let's use this. And I want to just create some flowers. Simple, simple, simple. So what I'm going to do is let's start by grabbing this piece here. This is literally just a piece of computer paper, and I ran the pigments with a little bit of white paint and a jelly plate and created some background papers. Super, super simple. Nothing big about it. So I think I'll go ahead and attach that down to my background. And then what I want to do is just create like fun, whimsical flowers. Absolutely mix media it up. And these are going to be my centers. These gorgeous little diamond pieces will be the centers of our fun flowers. So I've got a bunch of colors. I think they're super fun and cute, but I want to end up making them kind of sketchy. So let me put this down. You know what? I'm going to just go ahead and get it down pretty quickly. How do I want to do it? Do I want to, do I want to tear it? Or do I want this part to be kind of clean? I'm going to make this part kind of clean. So where's my pencil? I'm going to go ahead and just trace around it. And then I will glue it on to this funny little substrate that I have. This is one of those things, like, you just don't know what is going to end up, kind of inspiring you. And I really liked this super sturdy background. And I was like, I bet I could do something with that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to glue it down. And then we're going to do just some really wonky petal shapes with all of these pigment pieces. And, maybe draw on some stems or whatever. But we can have leafy shapes and all of that. And it's just going to be fun. Just think about when you created fun little art pieces when you were a kid. And that's kind of what we're going to do. So we're going to have a grassy background and fun florals. So this is not all that fascinating, this part, but just going to grab some matte medium, get it onto my background, get it on the background, smush it all on, put it on the foreground, and then I'm going to just start tearing petal pieces. I'm not trying to make them perfect. I'm just going to have some fun, but they're going to have the prettiest little diamondy centers. So this is drying really fast. It's warm out. There we go. We're just going to get that on there. No big deal. If we have to trim something, we will. Not a big deal. Now, the whole thing needs to be kind of dramatically floral. So I have got lots and lots of pieces. So when I was saying I wanted to cut out petal shapes, I meant like just big, fun, wonky petal shapes. So I'm going to do that for a while. I don't want you to get bored having to watch. Guys, how fun is this going to be? And once I get them down, so I did the most simple, funny little petals and stems. I'm going to go ahead and pop them on, dry them off. And then, guys, look at how fun. I used a little hole punch for my little centers. And then, guys, I get to put these right over. This is what I was thinking. If I have these little center pieces, I wanted them to really pop and show. So if that is on top, we will get that much more glow. So I thought that would be super fun. And then before I do get my gems down, I'm going to outline them and do all of that kind of stuff. So just give me a second to zhuzh them up and we'll see where we get with this. So this is so cute. So I have some double petals going on, and I did tone on tone, even though I was using different papers. But, you know, it's pretty much the same pigments. So what I was thinking of doing is just doing some messy scribble work. And I'm trying to decide, do I use something that's water soluble or do I come in with colored pencils? I don't know. But the thing I was also thinking is that these are on my desk. So guys, I have all kinds of art supplies. I've been doing artsy stuff my entire life. So just use whatever you have on hand. Doesn't really matter. I mean, if I want, I can activate these, but I'm not going to. I really like the idea of this being just a little bit more sketchy and fun. Because why not? So let's see. Let's look for a fun green. Well, yeah, this green is pretty close to this one. We get some stems. We have that going on. Just fun, messy, messy work, right? And I like the idea of the leaves getting a little bit more play and action, like they're fancy. And then let's see. See if I have any colors that will come close to these. Of course, I should have a yellow. Ow! Just trying to get stuff going. Yep, a fun little yellow in a slightly different tone. That's fun. Sometimes you just got to play with your stuff and get to know it. Like this pigments, I have never used straight pigments before. So I was like, how fun is that to have the opportunity? All right, so that's fun. We have a little circly bit there. Ooh, I have a pink that I'll use here. And what I'd also like to do is I want to bring in this stencil and the translucent texture paste and do a little bit of fun stuff down below. Now, I would have put this in my art journal, but I really want to use my my little art pebbles, and it would just be a little too chunky. So this one decided it had to come right off the board. So not a big deal. It's just a little paradigm shift. Oh, we have this bloom down here. Do we have them all kind of accounted for? Yes. All right, so that's super fun. Now, one of the things that's kind of cool about these things that are water soluble is you can mess them up a little bit with your finger if you want. I mean, you turn colors, but that's all right. It's just part of the fun. Just letting it have a tiny bit more flow. Okay, now what I want to do is come in with this pour stencil. I've used it so much. It's gone through it. All right, I'm gonna just grab a palette knife from my stash and this fun translucent texture paste and just kind of do a little bit of work down below too. I like the idea that maybe this is a field of flowers and this is just in the middle of it all. Now this is going to dry clear and then we're going to have the sketchy stuff as well. So it's going to be fun, fun, fun. And I don't mind at all if my flowers are not complete and perfect, because I don't believe in perfection at all, especially not with art, because you get too kind of caught up in going, look at how cute, and going for perfection, and you know, then you lose the fun in the artsy stuff. Okay, what I think would also be fun is if we go ahead in the texture paste and create some nice thick bits on the petals. Just giving them a little something, and then we're gonna have a little, well, dare I say, texture on the flowers as well. And after I get this part in, I'm going to use my texture paste to use it as a glue and glue down my little pebbles. And then as things go, once it dries, this will be done. So super, super quick project. I love it. So might as well tell you guys, I will have links down below where you can get your hands on these kits for Jolie Kit Club, for the blog as well as the Facebook group. Facebook group, you know, has subbies, has design team, all of that, showing what they have been up to. There's a mood board, which is always fun. Guys, I love the way this looks already. Yeah, there's the mood board going on. And is there anything else for me to tell you? No. So I will have some still shots to follow. I have to wait for this to dry nicely, or I can hit it with a heat gun. I can also do that. But y'all, I had fun guest designing for this company. It was a blast. So thank you so much for having me. And guys, come on now, look at how fun. And of course, that's gonna dry clear, but I love the idea that I got some chunky texture going. All right, guys, I'll have some still shots to follow, and I will see you guys. Oops, you guys didn't see me put these on. And I will see you guys ever so soon. Let me put that down. I was trying to keep that. That is the only thing I was worrying about keeping clean, is my art pebbles, which my hands are kind of gunky. Go on, go down. And then I have a big one. Let's have one that's slightly smaller right here. And then I will finish showing it to you. But of course, like I said, guys, how fun. I just couldn't wait to get those on there. And it'll dry clear underneath. It'll be perfect, just perfect. Oopsie. Okay, actually, now it's not perfect because I feel like I gunked it up too much right there. So let me go ahead and use some of that extra in my flowers. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry. I'll have all the links down below, and I'll see you guys ever so soon with another video. Excuse me. Bye for now, friends. I hope you guys had so much fun. I had so much fun. All right, bye guys.